Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program Capital Beat. When you are in Chhattisgarh, you cannot miss talking about one man, and that is the first Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Ajit Jogi. From 2000 to 2003, he was known as one of the brilliant Chief Ministers Chhattisgarh has had. This year, Ajit Jogi's son, Amit Jogi, has formed a party which is called Chhattisgarh Janta Congress Jogi. And this party is contesting on 84 seats and it is emerging as the third force here. Because people do talk about Congress, people talk about BJP. But to understand the dynamics of this third force, I'm joined by Amit Jogi himself, who's contesting from Patan, mind you, which is the constituency of Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. Welcome so much to the Federal.
Thank you so much and a very warm welcome to all your viewers.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much for joining. And I would really want to understand from you that given the fact that your party is fairly new as compared to BJP and Congress, why did you choose such a difficult seat? Knowing the popularity of Bhupesh Baghel, why Patan? I'm really wanting to understand that.
Why Patan? I think part of the reason is Tamil Nadu. My family has had a very long association. My mother is an alumni of CMC Vellore. I myself have studied in Ooty, and we have a very warm connection. You can see what I am wearing is Ramraj cotton. And when I go to Tamil Nadu, I see two parties. I see DMK, I see AIDMK. Both are regional parties and they are working for their state. The last 23 years, the kind of growth that Tamil Nadu has witnessed, we are not even 1/7 of it. Not even one part in 7. So, it was my late father who decided that if Chhattisgarh is to realize its true potential, we are the richest piece of earth. We have the largest reserve of coal, iron ore, clinker from which cement is made, bauxite, we have diamond, we have gold, we have everything. And yet the people who inhabit this land are amongst the poorest. 47% of our population is still living below poverty line, in extreme poverty. So when I went to Patan is not about the Chief Minister. My fight is not against the Chief Minister, it is against corruption. Both the parties, 15 years of BJP rule, 5 years of Congress rule, all they have done is plundered our state, looted our people. When they look at Chhattisgarh, they see corruption, they see their commission. I see my father's vision, that is my mission.
Tell me honestly, I mean, what kind of a value does an issue like corruption really ring amongst the voters who are looking for 1 rupee kg of rice, all the welfare schemes, the reveries which are being distributed, and I would put BJP and Congress both on the same footing as far as this bit of politics is concerned. So do you think corruption is that big an issue in this election?
Of course it is an issue. And people see corruption as well as betrayal of promises.
No, but when you go down in the villages, people say, "Humko to chawal jo zyada dega, hum uske liye vote karenge." Simple. That's a funda which is very, very clear with the people, especially the agrarian population.
See, that is one way to look at it. But when the person goes to get their ration card, he has to pay a 3,000 rupee bribe. When they have to go to the Patwari to get their land record, they have to pay a 5,000 rupee bribe. Right. Nothing happens without commission. And that was true for BJP, that is true for Congress. Corruption is an issue, but I agree with you. The biggest issue in Chhattisgarh is poverty. And I have gone to the people, not with any manifesto, not with any promises. I am perhaps the first party in the country where I have gone to the High Court of this state and I have filed an affidavit. I have sworn an affidavit on 100 rupee stamp paper and said my fight is not against the BJP, it is not against the Congress, it is against poverty. If elected, if they elect, I am not a neta, I am the beta of Chhattisgarh. Amit Jogi is not some neta from Delhi or Delhi paratrooping leader. He is the son. So if your son comes to government, I will take these 10 steps, I will end poverty, and if I do not take these 10 steps, then you have the legal right to take me to court, to send me to 2 years jail. If BJP and Congress believe in their promises, in their manifestos, in their declarations, why don't their leaders from Delhi give it in writing on a stamp paper?
After listening to you, I'm reminded of the days of India against corruption by Arvind Kejriwal. He used to talk in a similar manner, and look where the party has reached. So do you think, the kind of resonance, which of course in terms of narrative, in terms of talking, in terms of clean narrative, it does look and sound very, very good. But in politics, do you think it's practically possible?
Of course it is practically possible. I am willing to risk my entire career. If I am giving on oath, that's a legal document. If I am not able to fulfill it, I'll end up in jail. I'll not be able to contest any election. And I have faith in the people of Patan. Why am I contesting Patan? I am not contesting from any other safe seat. I could have contested as leader of my party from 2 seats.
Right.
But I choose to contest Patan and only Patan because I am confident. People in Patan have for the last 23 years seen only match fixing. Uncle is fighting
so you are
against
confident?
nephew. Uncle is fighting against nephew. It is only one family that is ruling. Whether this family, uncle rules, nephew rules, the people of Patan suffer. This is the first time that there will be an election there.
I know you're talking about Vijay Baghel, who's a relative of Bhupesh Baghel, but are you confident 100% that Bhupesh Baghel will lose the Patan seat and you will emerge as a winner? Or it's a big gamble you're paying?
No. If I was taking a gamble, I would have, hedged my bets. I would have had another safe seat. Why am I only contesting Patan? Because I have faith in the people. And I know that they will choose their son over some corrupt Delhi paratrooper.
You are contesting on 84 seats. So why did you leave those 6 seats?
There are regional parties in Chhattisgarh. All right, none of them are recognized like we are. But I think, and I've said from day one, that I don't want the non-Congress, non-BJP vote in the state to get divided. We need to go for strategic voting. And all right, they have fielded from wherever they wanted. They have not come on board. I am still talking to them. But I felt that there in Antagarh, a sitting MLA, he was denied the ticket. We have decided that we will extend our support to him. In Raipur North, which is an urban seat, again, a very able candidate, Ajit Kukreja. He was denied a ticket, and he's extremely popular. He's associated with our family. We are supporting him.
And your wife and your mother, they are also contesting.
Yes, they are contesting. My wife is contesting from her seat. She contested last time. We had an alliance with the BSP, which I think was a big mistake, because there can be no alliance. And I will tell this to the people of Tamil Nadu also. There can be no alliance on principles between a national party and a regional party.
You don't believe in coalition politics at all?
No, I believe in coalition of maybe regional parties. But national parties and regional parties, there can never be a coalition. There will be always fundamental differences.
Like what India Alliance is having?
Yes. Aam Aadmi Party, they are part of India. They are contesting. NCP, they are part of India. They are contesting. Everybody is contesting. Then what is the meaning of alliance? Fundamentally, we believe that there should be a government in Chhattisgarh of, for and by the people of Chhattisgarh.
So you are saying that, going by what you are saying purely, India Alliance won't be a successful experiment for 2024?
You can have an alliance, you can sit down around the table, but unless and until the alliance shows some very serious results, Samajwadi Party, they are contesting here, they are contesting there. You have to, if you want an alliance, you have to show a large heart. Then only you can have a large alliance.
Talking purely about now the contest in Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel, I was interviewing him, he said, "Ab ki baar 75 par, 75 plus seats he's claiming." Then I spoke to the BJP leaders. they are not saying that, they will win, but they are saying it's going to be a close finish and somehow Baghel will not form the government. Now, where is this contest heading to as far as these two parties are concerned, according to you?
I don't comment on other parties. All I will say is that the whole world is watching Cricket World Cup. In Chhattisgarh, we are having our own World Cup. Congress, they are doing the batting. BJP, they are doing bowling. But we are the only party which are all-rounders. And nobody is going to win this match without all-rounder.
So are you hinting at the fact that there is a hung assembly, you could play up as the kingmaker?
I don't want to be a kingmaker. I don't want to be king. I want the people of Chhattisgarh to become king. That is my mission.
But tell me honestly, like last time when you contested, I think about 7 MLAs won, yes, and you had 7 MLAs in the Vidhan Sabha. Yeah. What kind of a difference could you make in the last 5 years with those 7 MLAs, which I'm sure is not enough a number in Vidhan Sabha to make a difference. But do you think that you've moved forward or your party has moved forward in these 5 years?
I think we are the only ones in the last 5 years who have been raising issues, whether it is the issue of selling our tribal land, coal deposit, iron ore deposit. Our party is the only one which brought a resolution in the Vidhan Sabha. When COVID was going on, this government here had said that only people in BPL will be vaccinated, others will have to wait. We went to High Court, we challenged that also. So all the issues, when NMDC disinvestment process had started and the state government behind the back, on the one hand they are saying NMDC, Nagarnar, the disinvestment they are opposing. On the other hand, they have sold off the land. The land on which NMDC steel plant is built belonged to the government of Chhattisgarh. That plant is built at a cost of 30,000 crores. The land on which it was built. When my father was chief minister, that is when that whole agreement was made and he started Nagarnar steel plant. Belonged to the government of Chhattisgarh. And if the land on which the plant is built is ours, then can the center sell it? We are the landowners. They may take their plant and go away, but they cannot take our land. But Bhupesh Baghel sold the land. So he is hand in glove. He is hand in glove with the BJP. And I will say this, BJP central government ED raids are happening left, right and center. Is one Congress leader behind bars. And 5 years Congress ruled, is one BJP leader behind bars. So they have an understanding which is like a husband-wife understanding. In the day they will say fight, in the night there will be lot of affection and love, and their children, they are corruption.
So you mean to say that they will not put the leaders of both the parties behind the bars, they are just trying to cover up each other's in terms
of game, and the keyword is game. They are just, playing it. But people of Chhattisgarh are realizing that both are same.
I was going around the city and a couple of other places. We saw hoardings by BJP, we saw hoardings by Congress, but obviously your party has limited resources. So have you not put up billboards? Have you not put out any publicity material to hand it over to the people?
We have in the last 60 days distributed almost 30 lakh, and I am talking about geotagging, 30 lakh copies of my sworn affidavit.
That's it.
We are going to the people.
So that's the only publicity material you have for the people?
No. And now, since now the candidates are finalized, you see a lot of candidates we were late and perhaps deliberately late in announcing our candidates. They were announced, the bulk of the list happened on the 30th, which was on the last date of nomination, including my name from Patan. So that was a strategic decision. Last time what we had done, we had announced our candidates 60 days in advance. This time I waited for the Congress list, I waited for the BJP list, and several good people who were deserving, were denied for whatever reasons. Right. So we have given them a chance from our party, and I think from 5th, you will see that in no terms we are going to be behind either the BJP or the Congress. Of course, their resources are infinite, but I may not have government, I may not have money, but I have something far more valuable than power or money, and that is the people's love that they have for their son.
Are you the Arvind Kejriwal of Chhattisgarh?
No, I am the Amit Jogi of Chhattisgarh.
So, how many seats are you expecting? Out of 84 you're contesting, what is the figure you're looking at, and a realistic figure according to you?
I will not be able to make an assessment on that because the elections are just picking up, and after the announcement of the election cycle, today is the first day that I will start. The last 2 days I was ill, I was down with viral, and the doctors advised me, so I could not move out. But today I am going to start, and from tomorrow onwards I will be moving around the state, meeting the people, and you will see the response. People thought that we are finished after Jogi ji's death, that the party is finished. Now they realize that Jogi ji is not dead. He is still alive in the hearts of 3 crores people of Chhattisgarh. Jogi still lives. जो बोलते हैं टाइगर जिंदा है, जोगी जिंदा है.
Of course, your spirit is quite ebullient, and I can see the energy and feel it also as to how you feel for the people of Chhattisgarh. That's very, very evident. But when it comes to national politics, where do you really see yourself? Because a third force always has some kind of an impact. And in terms of Chhattisgarh, I'll ask you first that, people generally see it as a vote cutter. Now, into whose vote bank would you be eating, whether it's BJP or Congress? Like, for example, about Arvind Kejriwal, it said that generally he eats into the Congress's votes. Chhattisgarh Congress of your party is going to eat into which party's vote bank?
If you look at our ticket selection, we have given equal space to deserving people from the BJP, deserving people from the Congress. When I look at the people,
so you have people from both the parties joining your party.
Yeah. Okay. In large numbers, there has been exodus.
No, but when you see both the parties as corrupt, so you don't have reservations about accepting the people from those parties?
See, when I look at the people of Chhattisgarh, my father always told me, don't look at the people of your state from the perspective of political party, that he is BJP wala, he is Congress wala. They are all my family. That is what my father used to say. And I treat, it is a small state. My family has been here since the inception of the state. We have a personal family relation with everybody. So I am not looking at it from, and I say we are a small state as a family. When I talk about Jogi family, it's not just 3 people, my wife, my mother, me. It is the 3 crore people that is my family.
One way of looking at what you are saying is almost like what is happening in BJP. BJP says, na khaunga, na khane dunga. At the same time, they accept all the corrupt leaders. Look at them. The list is so long. So whoever joins BJP, the BJP's washing machine cleans up everything. So won't people look at your party and this process in a similar fashion? Right. You're talking about cleaning up politics. You're talking about no corruption, zero corruption. But then you also have people from those corrupt parties.
No. From those corrupt parties, I'm not saying everybody in that party is corrupt. There are good people, people who are victims, and such victims, जिसका कोई नहीं, उसका जोगी.
जिसका कोई नहीं, उसका जोगी. That's an interesting line. So you have basically victims of BJP and Congress joining your party.
Yes, and the victims of corruption, victims of betrayals of promises. We are all victims here in Chhattisgarh, and that is what I am saying. We are victims of the politics of national parties.
Thank you so much, Amit. It was wonderful having you on the program. One appeal to the viewers who are watching this interview: subscribe to our channel, send us your feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal. Thank you.
Subscribe to The Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.